Welcome to the potty, pal. Welcome to Cody's Movie Cave, where today, if you guessed it, we're talking about one of my favorite action movies ever. And it's a Christmas movie also. Don't argue with me, it is a Christmas movie. It is. Die Hard, the 1988 classic starring Bruce Willis that launched him into superstardom action hero career mode. It's a story of a New York City cop who flies to LA to be with his wife in Los Angeles and his kids for the holidays on Christmas Eve. He's estranged from her. She moved to LA for a job and he stayed in New York because he's a cop and that's where his duty is. Anyway, flies to LA, gets off the plane, meets Argyle, his driver. That's right, he's got a driver. Picks him up, takes him to Nakatomi Towers where his wife is waiting. And her company's got this big lavish Christmas party going on, you know, the works. And he comes in to kind of get dressed and, you know, cleaned up and shake the jet lag off, if you will, and things get hairy when a terrorist by the name of Hans Gruber, who was played by none other than Alan Rickman, God rest his soul, played an amazing villain, by the way. Anyway, Hans Gruber takes the towers, and he's got hostages, and he means business, right? So Bruce Willis is left to leap into action. He slips away, tries to get a hold of the cops. The cops don't believe him, none of this, so he has to take matters into his own hands. Armed with his police issue Beretta 9mm, he starts tearing them up. So yeah, 1988, this was Bruce Willis's first big movie, right? He had been in a TV series called Moonlighting, and sort of that's where he got his start. But this, my friends, Die Hard, is where Bruce Willis broke out into the big screen stardom as an action hero legend, playing a character that he'd go on to play for numerous other installments and sequels, John McClane. That's right, the man. Anyway, the way Bruce Willis plays this is sort of the everyman, you know. He's got the old beat-up tank top, he's barefooted, he's hurt, he's bleeding. You believe him to be a real man amongst, at the time, cyborgs, you name it, big muscle-bound guys. He was a real dude, and I think that's what appealed for the Die Hard franchise, is that he was a real deal average Joe who was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And he sort of got thrown into the situation, and as movie fans watching it, we kind of ask ourselves, what would we do if that was us? Because it could be us, you know? You just don't know. But Bruce Willis handles himself amazing. He gets to have some laughs here and there. So there's some comical moments, but at the end, he is one tough, gritty dude. He gets beat up, his feet get cut beyond all measure, but he's still going because he's got to save the day and save his wife. Because, I mean, he's a cop. What else was he going to do, you know? So, yeah, like I said, he's got a good cast. Not only does Bruce Willis get to do some amazing acting and some good stuff in this, but Alan Rickman, oh, man, was this his movie or what as well? Because he is one of my favorite villains, you know. Alan Rickman, yes, Mr. Cowboy. Anyway, so, yeah. If you know Alan Rickman, that was a poor impression. But either way, he is awesome in this movie. I'm telling you. And the fact that it's set during Christmas time, you get Christmas music, it's at a Christmas party, you cannot tell me this is not a Christmas movie. The fact that it doesn't come on Hallmark or Freeform still does not make it not a Christmas movie. It is. It is a man's Christmas movie. Anyway, moving forward, Bruce Willis, you know, eventually, if you hadn't watched it, spoiler alert, he saves the day, and he kind of, you know, comes back together with his wife, and they sort of try to make a start with a new future together. And so, sequels abound. Die Hard 2, this time it's at an airport with a plane, you know. And this movie, the first Die Hard, sort of, I don't know, it sort of leapt off a whole trend of action movies and knockoffs and stories that were similar and the phrase was coined. It's Die Hard on a bus. It's Die Hard in an airport. It's Die Hard. Anyway, it kind of became its own little genre inside the action wheelhouse, if you will. So they were on to good things. Anyway, Die Hard 2, like I said, is at an airport. It's pretty good. You know, you still get the action, you still get the wit that, you know, Bruce Willis brings to John McClane. And, you know, yeah, it's just another Die Hard movie. Wrong place, wrong time, John McClane doing his thing. This time, though, he has to go against ex-military mercenaries and actual military itself. So he kind of is in over his head, outgunned, outnumbered, as usual. He saves the day. Not really much to say for Die Hard 2. It was okay, but it was not the first one. Then we get the third movie, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Now, this one is back to form. It's back to that sort of original feel that the first Die Hard kind of established. You know, he's down on his luck. Bruce Willis is, John McClane. He's, you know, back separated from his wife. The dude can't stay married, apparently. But he's, you know, 2 beers shy of being an alcoholic, down on his luck. And so, yeah, a villain emerges, played by Jeremy Irons, rather. Jeffrey, I don't know why I said Jeffrey. Jeremy Irons is in it, and he is great as a villain in this movie. He plays a good bad guy in anything, right? He voiced Scar in The Lion King. Enough said. But this time it's a twist, and spoiler alert if you hadn't seen Die Hard with a Vengeance, he's playing Hans Gruber's brother, Simon Gruber. Yeah, so he's got a vengeance, hence the title. And so Bruce Willis is paired this time with none other than fellow foul-mouthed Samuel L. Jackson, who is on point as usual, and he's kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. So they're perfect partners that can't really get along, and it's more or less comes off as a kind of a buddy cop movie, really. So yeah, Die Hard with a Vengeance was really good. Enjoyed it. It's exciting. It's funny. It's back to form, like I said, for the original. And then we move forward into the future. Right? Well, not into the future, but we move forward into modern times with Live Free or Die Hard. Bruce Willis is back. He's older, but he's still a butt kicker, right? This time he's going up against a cyber terrorist. So you kind of getting a little modern vibe there, right? The computer hacker stuff that John McClane is really not used to fooling with. So this time he's paired up with this kid hacker dude played by Justin Long, who is funny in this movie as well. And so you got old school versus new school type situation in Live Free or Die Hard. The villain this time is played by Timothy Olyphant. Anyway, he's from Justified. Great villain in this movie, does a great job, and it's exciting from start to finish, and it's almost over the top action. You know what I'm saying? Launching police cars into helicopters and jumping out of jet planes. I mean, it was a little bit much, but you know, still exciting, still a good installment. Moving on down the line to the crapper of the franchise, A Good Day to Die Hard. This time we get little John McClane Jr. Well, he's not Jr., but yeah. John McClane's son shows up in A Good Day to Die Hard, and he's this CIA operative, so he's kind of up to one on the old man. He's not just a cop, he's a CIA agent. But anyway, they get into trouble in Russia, and this movie just felt really rushed and really crappy, and I felt like it was lackluster compared to all the other installments in the Die Hard franchise. So yeah, my favorite is always going to be the original, the first one, Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, you know the rest. And so yeah, it's a classic. It's got action, it's got funny stuff. Some of my favorite scenes when he's crawling up through the air conditioner ducts, and he's like, I now know what a TV dinner feels like. So yeah, and that little scene has been mocked and spoofed and redone countless of times in comedies, action movies, you name it. So, I mean, Bruce Willis, this was his defining moment as an actor, and as a leading man action hero. This started his action career, and it's a shame that he's had to now retire. You know, he was one of the greats, but I wish him all the best, and especially with his health concerns. And we hope you get, you know, stay fit, stay healthy, Bruce. But yeah, Die Hard. You gotta watch it every Christmas. I do. It is a Christmas tradition for me. Die Hard, Christmas Eve. Gotta watch it. Got to. It's just, you know. Anyway, check it out. 1988. Bruce Willis, John McClane, Nakatomi Towers. Things get interesting. Die Hard. As always, this has been my opinion, and opinions are like butts. Everybody's got one. Some of them stink. Yippee-ki-yay!
It's Christmas Eve in L.A.
California.
Is Daddy coming home soon?
Well, we'll see what Santa and Mommy can do, okay?
And New York cop John McClane has come to see his wife.
I missed you.
Instead, he's going to have to save her.
Sit down.
Within this skyscraper high above the city, 12 terrorists have declared war.
They're about to be taught a lesson in the real use of power.
They're as brilliant
Because I am interested in the $640 million in your vault.
as they are ruthless.
But I'm telling you, you're just gonna have to kill me. Okay. We do it the hard way.
Now, the last thing McClane wants
Think, damn it, think.
is to be a hero.
Where's Howie? Hey, Tucker! Where?
But he doesn't have a choice.
What does he think he's doing?
Job.
They have already killed one hostage.
This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
Lady, do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
He's inside? Who is he? Who are you then? You are most troublesome for a security guard.
Sorry, wrong guess, huh? Would you like to go for double jeopardy?
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
You just destroyed a building. I am in charge of this situation.
I got some bad news for you. From up here, that look like you're in charge of Jack.
He is alone, he is tired, and he hasn't seen dipping squat from anybody down here.
Hey, pal, how you feeling?
All things being equal, I'd rather be in Philadelphia. I want blood, and you'll have it.
Only John can drive somebody that crazy.
He's an easy guy to like
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
and a hard man to kill. Bruce Willis, Die Hard.
Got invited to the Christmas party by mistake. Who knew?